Peace and love, peace and love. This is Sister Nzinga from Flowing and Growing with Sister Nzinga, where we are working on emancipating ourselves from mental slavery, because none but ourselves can free our minds. And our motto is think. It ain't illegal yet. We have a matching Facebook page called Think It Ain't Illegal Yet, so you can check us out there. In addition to the fact that you can always check us out every Tuesday. We put up a new video. Every Tuesday we put up a new video. Every now and then, sometimes we run a little late because of busy life and things like that. But for the most part, we're here every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. So I like to thank my subscribers, the people who are leaving comments, the people who are sharing and caring. And because what would I be without you guys? So we are going to continue this week with this is the last opportunity that you have for this week coming between this Tuesday and next Tuesday is the last chance that you have to make comments to try to win a $25 gift certificate. So this is what's going on. If you could just share some comments and telling me how you use the Nguza Saba within your life. Out of the 7 principles, it doesn't have to be all 7 principles. It could be 1 principle, 2 principles, whatever. But how are you using the Nguza Saba to emancipate yourself from mental slavery? So just leave me some comments, and I am going to be looking through all the comments that are shared by my viewers, and the one who has the most, or I would say really it's just going to be just the most comments, or maybe someone who just has the most fantastic idea way of using the Nguza Saba, or me and my team will pick. But anyway, that person will receive a $25 gift certificate. It's just a little something to give an incentive to make people practice the Nguza Saba. The Nguza Saba is a very, very good thing to use in your daily life, because those 7 principles are things that could be very um, worthwhile to think about, on a daily basis. If you would just take 7 days, and then just think about each one of them on each day and think, how can I apply them? How can I improve myself? How can I empower someone else? How can I, be creative? How can I, support Black businesses? You can take any of those principles and use them. And if you use those principles in your daily life, you'll be a better person. On to, if you're a better person, that means you're a better person with dealing with the people that you deal with. And then it goes on and on. It's like something that is contagious. Just like love, love is contagious. If you spread love, it'll just keep moving on and on and on and on. So don't forget, this is the last chance for that. And thank you, everybody, for my subscribers and my listeners and my people who share and care and make comments. So here we go. Have you been noticing and paying attention to all the stuff that's going on? I'm just going to give you some little nuggets of some things to think about. Haven't you been seeing most people are looking either at Facebook or TikTok or some type of social media, and so many people are talking about different remedies that you could use, herbs that you could use that's good for your digestive system, things that's good for inflammation, things to clear mucus out, things if you want to do a cleanse on your kidneys. I mean, there's so many things that are out there to help improve our health. And while these new things are coming about, and I won't say new, they're new to the internet, they're new to the media um, uh, line here, but they're not new to people. People have been doing this forever, because this is how we as Africans, we have been using the natural herbs and everything to heal ourselves with for a long, 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 long time. That's where everybody got all this stuff from. It's not Chinese medicine. This is stuff that came about way, way, way before the Chinese man came about. So it's very important that we use these principles to these herbs, these remedies to heal ourselves, because God gave us everything that we needed to heal ourselves and to live. Things we have everything we need to eat. We have everything that we need to that we need to eat. We have things we have everything that we need um, to heal our bodies. And there's so many vegetables and fruits. Fruits and vegetables out here to make drinks. There's so many things that's out here. And so have you noticed that people are talking about how certain foods are not good? Things that we've been eating for I don't know how long, certain lotions that we've been using, deodorant, the problem with deodorant, it clogs up your pores. You don't need to use deodorant. You should use an antiperspirant. I mean, excuse me, I'm do this. That's just the opposite. Don't use an antiperspirant because that stops the clouds up your pores and stops you from sweating. But you just want to use it just a deodorant. It has to say deodorant, not antiperspirant. And then, excuse me, have you been noticing all the stuff they're telling you about in certain dyes that's in these drinks that we consume? Well, I'm sorry, I can't add weed to that because I don't drink that stuff. But the majority of people, I'm just saying we as a people that we consume, there's so many chemical based things or preservatives, additives that's in the food that some of these things are banned in other countries, and some of them are actually banned in here in even in this country. I know I think California and for sure, California, there's several different things that are used in certain food products that are not available, that are not, they're banned from being used in California. But of course, you can use it anyplace else. But this, we have to think about that, that if this stuff is banned in other places, they won't even let they don't want to let them use it to test it on animals. So it has to be something that's bad for your body. And even though it tastes good, you've been eating it a long time, and you and your mama and your grandmama and them, everybody's been using it for a long time, but that doesn't mean that it's right. So, I mean, they're telling you about things that's going on. You know, all this mess that's going on with the presidents, with the former president stealing information, the current president supposed to have some information in his thing. You see all this mess that's going on around you? You know, so if these things are going on that you're hearing about publicly, just imagine what things are that's going on that you're not hearing about. You know, we have really got to be a little more wiser about making decisions about certain things that we're doing. We have to start thinking, but some of this stuff got to go. People, places, and things have got to go. If you wanted to love up on yourself, if you want to improve yourself, if you want to empower yourself, there are things that you need to just let go. People, places, and things you have to just let go. So I just want to just reiterate. I mean, it's over and over again about the things that are coming out here publicly, and I'm so happy to see in the media. I think especially on TikTok. I mean, there are so many people that is bringing information about, telling you about, how to make the best choices when it comes to picking like life insurance policies, things doing their taxes, opportunities for starting your business. You know, there are a lot of people who are groups that's on Facebook who are, people who are called expats. I don't call myself no expat because I never was a pat. But expats that are leaving, are leaving, or just they're just saying black people who are leaving the U.S. People who are trying to travel abroad to not just to go to Africa, but to go to other places, and people are just taking the opportunity to be able to live, someplace else other than America. A lot of people wanting to grow their own food now, which I think is just so, so wonderful. Most communities do have community gardens, and it's wonderful that the people are going to go and grow their own food. That way you're sure what it is that you're getting. Because our foods, they call the food, the places in the black community, they call it food deserts because they know for sure that there's not good food there. They know for sure it's not good there. So much stuff is coming to the light. They say truth crushed to the earth shall rise again, but so many things is coming to the light now. Even when it comes, they're telling you about how they certain ways to be able to open a business, certain steps that you could take to do that. They're telling you about some different ways that you could go to as far as how to go and apply for a loan if you want to buy a house or you want to start a business. So different steps that you could take when you go to the bank, because if you don't do these particular steps, they'll just redline you and won't even give you anything. But there's information that's out here now that's being helpful. So we're in the world of information right now. It's so much information, and it's good that this information is helpful, and I hope the people are paying attention. And even though it's different from what you've been doing or what your mama taught you and so forth, just think about it. I know that we're not um, raised to be analytical. We're not raised to be thinkers. Oh, and did you see that little piece that oh gosh, I think it was a long time ago. I'm not really sure the name. Was it Roosevelt or old president or something from way back? When they were saying they was putting together developing the educational system, that they were really trying to develop workers. They're not trying to develop a business mind. No one. They're not trying to. They want to only be an employee or be a worker. They do not want you to be self-sufficient. They do not want you to think for yourself. They're not trying to create you, do anything for you to help to be even thinking about creating your own job, being an entrepreneur. Of course not. So they're not really trying to educate you. Our education system is really disgusting. I'm so glad that my children are not in school anymore, but I'm really concerned with my grandchildren because they're babies now. They're not even in school. Well, one is in school, but they're young now, and so what do they have to look forward to in this educational system? I mean, it's just so much that we should be thinking about and be making changes in our lives so we can be better people, so we could be better citizens, we could be better mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, because there's so many distractions that's out here. And these people ain't giving up. You cannot go to them and think that they're going to do anything for you because they're the ones that brought us here and enslaved us and have done things to manipulate us, to oppress us, depress us, suppress us. And they're not going to be the ones that's going to come to our rescue to try to get us out of this mess. It's up to you. It's up to each individual. You know how they think when I was coming up, they say, if it's to be, it's up to me. And that's what it is. At this point, if it's to be, it's up to me. Because you're going to have to be able to just gather yourself, get yourself together, think about what you want to do, and roll with it. Because these things, that ideas, that are narratives that are presented to society today, some of them, um, everybody's not going to be able to fit in that mold. And then if they do, they're going to be so um, I guess their life will be spoiled because they're just not being themselves. They're following someone else's ideas. You can't follow the idea of someone who has brought you here to enslave you and imprison you and kill you and thinking that those same people are going to be the ones that's going to be able to rescue you. We really need to start listening to older people like Dick Gregory, Maya Angelou. These people that were around from a long, long time ago, they had such wisdom. And if that man, who's if you want to laugh a little bit, John Carlin, um, oh, what's his name? I think it was, yeah, something Carlin. He was a comedian. Oh my gosh, but he would tell stories in his comedy. D.L. Hughley does the same thing just as well as Cat Williams. So if you want to laugh about it, but listen to what they're saying. So this system that we're in is really not set up for our success. So we have to really think because it ain't illegal yet. It ain't illegal yet, and there's no telling what's going to happen down the line. I hear there's a mess up. I don't even want to say it that they think about bringing that thing back and putting some demands on people and so forth. But I mean, if you fall for the okie doke the first time, hopefully now that you can see, as a matter of fact, they were that was on the news. The guy that's the head of Pfizer, and he's being questioned because it's like why wouldn't you tell the truth that the product the shots that you were developing and making and here the society is making people take them, it had nothing in it at all that's going to cure C-19. It had nothing in it. And so now that truth is coming out after he done collected all this money and many people have died. People have gotten sick because this mess. But that Pfizer uh, vaccine, it was nothing. So if it definitely was not what we thought it was, what is it? What is in it? Do you know how many people took that shot? Whew. You know, so I just implore you to emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Take the jump, leap, just do things to get yourself under the thumb, under the control. Be mindful. You don't need so many things. Keep control of your money and work towards emancipating yourself from mental slavery. It's such a freedom that you will enjoy. You'll thank me later. You'll thank me later. So I'm going to end right now. Don't forget, next Tuesday we will be announcing the winner of our contest. That person will be receiving a $25 gift certificate. Just for living a good life, for sharing about how good their life is and how they use the Nguza Saba, throughout their lifetime. So I'll say peace and love, and hopefully pretty soon I'll be in some warmer weather, and I can breathe and get back to my freedom. But I really enjoyed traveling around, so I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So It's been really nice, but I love the sunshine. Well, family, peace and love. Y'all be good until I see you next week.